Hi, I'm Dave Young from CryptoCoin.News. This is ICOs this week, a weekly overview and opinions on what's interesting and up and coming in the world of initial coin offerings. Now just remember, this is only an opinion piece. If you wish to invest, you will need to do your own due diligence. This week we have VRT, global integration platform for VR, 300 cubits TEU, crypto for the shipping industry, Effect.AI, decentralized network for artificial intelligence. Crowd sale begins on March the 15th. It's going to run for a month. 100 million VRT tokens being offered for sale. Hard cap $16 million. They made $750,000 in their pre-ICO sale. Now, what is a hotter market than blockchain? What is a hotter market than VR? Well, obviously, VR on the blockchain, according to this Moscow-based ICO project. And I think they're hitting the nail on the head, as without a lot of hype, they're getting a lot of attention. It's really starting to roll. And in the next few weeks, I think it's going to roll even more. I already see the independent YouTube reviewers flocking to offer their impartial services. VR is a fragmented and not optimal experience. So VRT have opened a game park in Moscow, aka a concrete shell of a building where you can get fully suited and booted and get yourself lost and immersed in the game. They want to open 8 more of these centres as showcases around the world and team up with other emerging centres to offer an ecosystem that will allow developers to excel in building better games with a pre-built profit base and the chance to allow teams to compete, maybe even on international level against each other. It's very sexy, it's very hot on the PR front, it's getting a lot of attention and good reviews in the community. Once the token is issued after the ICO, it will be used to pay for the VR services, and once paid, each token will be burnt, thus introducing inflation into the system. It's like DECENTRALIZED, who ICO'd last August. They got 24 million and now their multiplier is 4.5 times the initial price. But VRT are a lot more focused on the optimal experience. VRT have a fairly decent team. Their white paper is professional and competent. Now, from an investor's point of view, they have big plans. They've got a lot to sort out, a lot to implement. They've got to get traction, make a lot of deals. So normally, on the short term, I would stay neutral. But if the short-term hype kicks in, and you need to watch this one, if the hype kicks in, I believe also they could offer a good short-term flip. Maybe not massive, but very healthy. In the long term, these guys have got a business plan. They've got traction, they've got product, they've got MVP. They've got something inherently sexy. For mid to long term, I think they have very healthy prospects as long as they stay on track. TEU tokens being offered for crowd sale from 15th of March through till 12th of April. Total supply is 100 million, 18 million being offered for the initial crowd sale. The hard cap's roughly about $36 million. 300 cubits TEU is a well-seasoned and professional team with a lot of experience in the shipping and logistics sector. Now, on examination, they've taken a look at the shipping industry and decided it needs its own cryptocurrency. Therefore, they need a strong use case and a way to implement. The no room, no show problem in container industry is the strong use case they've selected, where clients complain of turning up with their shipping containers to a ship and being rolled onto the next shipment without any notice, and the reverse is claimed by the shipping container providers. There's been a lot of ways to try and resolve this, contracts, prepayments, but nothing has succeeded so far. It's an ongoing problem. In steps our project, they want to issue 54 million TEU tokens for free to the shipping providers, and if they don't use them, they're completely worthless. If they use them, they have a value. They'll become the cryptocurrency, they'll become the prepayments on these bookings to make things run in order. It's brave, the team is strong, it's set out in a very business-like fashion. If the team has judged the industry, I think they have. If their tech holds up, I think it will. In the mid to long term, I think they have excellent potential for growth. In the short term, I'm going to stay neutral. I think they've got a lot to do. They've got to get it bedded in a very traditional industry before they can show some investment returns. Now they're getting a lot of attention, they're not overhyped, and they're very responsive with a very healthy Telegram channel. One thing to note is the white paper makes mention of a second crowd sale, possibly another 20 million tokens. Jumped on the channel, said, will it happen? Won't it happen? They explain the logic. They want to decide in a few years. I'm like, you can't. You've got to say now. And all respect, their co-founder, Joseph Long, did jump back on the channel and say by March the 12th, they will clarify the position exactly. I've got a lot of time for people when they answer questions in a very honest manner. Effect.AI, the hard cap is $15 million. They're whitelisting now, so you better be fast. The crowd sale is sometime in March. Got to love the build-up ploy. There's 650 million of these tokens, and they're only being offered for sale for NEO or gas. Now, I saw this idea a while ago. I saw the team, I dug in, I liked it, I was considering it. Then I kind of dropped it because I doubted the team's ability to carry the project all the way through. Now, they've been off, they listened to what people were saying, and they've revised their offering. They've got a new team of advisors, they've got a whole new focus. I like the approach. I like the fact they're responsive. Okay, the business paper is short, concise. It's not the usual polished business plan. But even with that, with the low hard cap, with a strong idea, I think there's excellent potential and value for the investor. What is a mechanical Turk? Well, according to Wiki, it is an 18th century false chess playing machine, or it's a task that needs to be performed by humans to test AI. So you have a bot, you have an algorithm, it needs to pick out features in photos, for example. So you give lots of photos to the bot, you give lots of photos to human operators, and you see how they compare against each other. You train the algorithm, you make it improve. It's a new market, it's expanding, it needs unskilled labor that only needs access to a computer. Add to that international currency, smart contracts, and bingo, you've got a strong business case. So let's take a look at the marketplace. You've got Amazon, Mechanical Turks, large slice of the pie, well established but greedy, creaming too much off the top. You have Gems ICO, looked very promising, was coming to market, now pulled back and is on hold. So it's perfect timing for the project. Remember, it is on the NEO network. It will have its own enthusiasts because of that. And maybe it's a perfect platform for launching into those virgin markets where the labor might sit. Don't forget, you will need a special wallet and you will need NEO coin. So in summary, for me, it's a strong, simple idea, quite powerful. It's flying under the radar without hype at the moment. So in the short and long term, I think it has excellent consideration for good promise. And honourable mentions go to WePower, who it seems were voted Binance Coin of the Month and then disqualified for manipulation. They'd been giving too much airdrop coin to their supporters who were left crying foul on the Telegram channel. And Zilliqa, the winner by default. I'm Dave Young from CryptoCoin.News. This was ICOs this week. Stay current, stay valid, stay tuned. Till next time.